to be leeks. So many times leeks come in spring and late spring, and we make leek potato soup. But today I'm going to show you how to make hash browns with leeks and some carrots. My first step is to wash the potatoes and put them into water. I'm taking off some of the bigger eyes. Bring these to a boil, then reduce the heat and cook them until you can stick a knife in them and it comes out easily. That's just called fork tender, even though I'm using a knife instead of a fork. While the potatoes are cooking, I'm going to start slicing the leeks. The bottom parts of the leeks have been sliced. I am now putting them in a strainer. Leeks tend to be dirty, so I'm going to rinse these thoroughly and shake off the water. Put the rinsed leeks on a towel and get most of the water off of them before we start sauteing. Now these top parts of the leek are a little bit tough, so I'm going to chop them up and I will put them in a bag in my freezer for when I make stock. The leek tops have been chopped, but they're fairly dirty, so I will put them in the strainer. I'll rinse them off before freezing them. From the leeks that have been sliced, I took out 1 cup for my hash browns and 1 cup of carrots that are matchstick cut for the actual hash browns. Then I put the leek tops in a bag and I put the remaining leeks in a bag. And these leeks like this you can easily saute like you would with frozen onions, and of course these leek tops make great stock. While the potatoes are still cooking, I'm going to saute the leeks and the carrots. I'm spraying the pan and you can see it's sizzling hot. Salt and pepper. Cook until they are tender but still a little bit firm. This is what the leeks look like. They are starting to turn translucent for the leeks, and the carrots are just slightly cooked but still a little bit crisp. So now I'm just going to take them off the burner and wait till the potatoes are finished. I'm checking the potatoes now, and that's the doneness I'm looking for. So the ones that are finished, I'll take out. That one's done too. Not done. Not done. So those will cook a little bit longer, and you might notice I am also steaming some green beans to serve with my hash browns. Okay, the potatoes are done, and you can see they just slide off the knife, and I have them in some cold water because they're pretty hot. And really, when you're doing boiled potatoes, you're going to want to peel them while they're hot, otherwise the skin starts sticking, and you can see how quickly this is coming off. It's time to cube the potatoes. They're still warm, so we'll finish doing the potatoes and continue with the video. Potatoes are cubed. I'm going to salt and pepper them here. Sometimes it's hard to get them all salted in the skillet. The carrots and leeks are hot, and I'm not sure I'll use all of these potatoes. I'll stir it up and then I'll make a decision. I'm going to squeeze them in. At this point, I'm just going to let them cook a couple minutes and then I'll turn them. As these are cooking, they are browning a little bit, but I am so used to them having a little bit of oil that I'm going to drizzle about a tablespoon of olive oil on them, and then I'll stir that up. I just like the way it looks with that tiny bit of oil. It's totally up to you. You could make them completely oil-free if you would like. Okay, the hash browns are done, and what I'm going to do right now is add about a tablespoon of butter, and I'm just using butter as a flavoring. So just stir it up, and then I will be right back and show you how I plate this. The hash browns are done. I am serving them with steamed green beans, and I top them off with a little bit of dried parsley. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you next week.